Tulane trying to get on the board, trying to get off to a fourth straight 2-0 start. And that tip will be controlled by Tulane in the white. Texas State traveling in the black, maroon, and golds. The Bobcats in the Sun Belt were picked to finish eighth out of 14 teams. Tulane picked third, as we mentioned, in the American. Green Wave working around the horn. Curtis Williams Jr. was perfect the other night. That's his first miss in a Tulane uniform as Texas State moves it up the floor for the first time. Hall, Emu, Drone, Gums, and Willis are the starters. They're brought to you by Capital One. We spotlighted Drone off the top. He is a key returner along with Gums. They have a few transfers on this team that are going to play key roles. Inside, it's a miss from Mekhi Willis. He's one of them, a ULM transfer, intra-conference transfer from the Sun Belt. Same starting five, meanwhile, for Tulane, brought to you by Capital One. Middleton, Brumbaugh, Woods, Curtis Williams Jr., and Tyler Ringgold. A pretty quick pace start to this one, and Ringgold ripped it away. Curtis Williams Jr. all alone for the flush.
Curtis Williams still perfect from the field, it looks like we're seeing already.
Well, he was 9 for 9 the other night. I don't think he had any ones that were as easy as that one. How about this defense from Tyler Ringgold, too?
I mean, defense leading into your offense is what, everybody preaches across the country, and that's an easy way to get the game started, get the ball going, and, like you said, Curtis Williams is still perfect from the field.
He had an absolutely remarkable effort on Monday. Most attempts without a miss by a Tulane player in at least the last 3 decades, going 9 for 9 for the fields. So he bounces back from the missed jumper with a dunk, and Brumbaugh gets called for a reaching foul. Despite that, we chatted with Ron Hunter yesterday, Noble, and he talked so much and raved about the improvement in Rowan Brumbaugh's defense, which this team's going to need.
Yeah, he was saying last year, he was like, flat out, Rowan Brumbaugh was not a great defender, and this year he's really picked it up over the summer, really being that key leader for the team. And, last game he had 5 steals, and, trying to keep that going now is, he's starting early now.
Yeah, 5 steals tied a career high. 2 blocks were a career high. It's a good-looking move inside by Drone, who couldn't finish. Battle for the rebound, and Middleton's got it for Tulane. So Texas State, tale of 2 games so far. They got destroyed by Bowling Green in their opener. That's a beautiful backdoor look. Ringgold to Middleton for 2. Ringgold has showed off that passing ability in a position that he didn't think he'd be playing this year. Yeah,
I mean, stepping into a new spot. Even Coach Hunter said he's really been, just open-minded to adapting and, filling in the cracks. And that's kind of, the heart and soul of the Tulane team.
Big-time rebound there. Brumbaugh corner pop, left it short. Fouled his own miss, though. And it's knocked away to Caden Gums on the preseason All-Sun Belt team. Shot was altered by Ringgold. He still floated it up and in. Gums, who a year ago as a sophomore averaged a career-high 11 points per.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get out in transition and, push the pace early and not let the defense get set up, and that's exactly what he did.
So he's made his last 6 shots, was perfect from the floor Wednesday against Texas A&M San Antonio in a 59-point win for Texas State. They lost by 35 to Bowling Green to start the year. Brumbaugh had his layup partially deflected by Gums. And here comes Texas State on the run. They work it in the corner, and a 3 ball is down for Frank Emu. He's now 4 for 6 from deep on the season after shooting it about 46% from 3 as a freshman at UMBC. It's a Texas State team that wants to get up and down. They were among the leaders in the Sun Belt last year in fast break points. Played at one of the slower tempos in the country a nation ago. They want to speed things up, and that's a knock away and a steal. How about DJ Hall? Big freshman rumbling downhill for 2. He's a native of Plano, Texas, and Terrence Johnson was raving to us about him and what he can do for this program.
Yeah, I mean, every bucket that, Texas State has been getting right now has been all transition buckets, and, everybody's playing together, feeding off the defense. It's a big shot for them.
How about Ringgold? He made a couple of threes on Monday, Noble, to tie a career high. He knocks down his first one there.
It's a big time.
I mean, that's just hard work in the summer, right? Improving that jump shot for a guy who last year went 6 for 28 from 3.
Yeah, he's really been been trusted by the team to, shoot those shots when he's open, when he's feeling comfortable. And obviously you can tell by the work when he's pulling them when he's feeling good. That's what you can tell, that's all work in the summertime.
Willis couldn't finish. Middleton catch and shoot. And Willis pulls down the rebound. Willis is a transfer from ULM. There's 2 ULM transfers on this roster. He and Jalen Bolden, who led ULM in scoring a year ago. Kendall Davis is also a UL transfer from Louisiana. So 3 Sun Belt intra-conference transfers as Hall faces up and connects. He was the all-time leading scorer at Plano East High School, and the true freshman is a couple of buckets early. Yeah,
Hall is feeling comfortable. He's not sped up, not forcing anything. He's just feeling comfortable, and you can tell by that shot.
Ringgold right to the bucket. This is an aggressive attack mode for Tyler Ringgold early on.
Yeah, looks like this game is going to really be down to who's going to get some stops early on. Right now, everybody's been scoring, feeling good. So whoever's going to get stops seems like he's going to be able to start pulling away on this game.
So Texas State's begun 4 of 8 for the floor. Tulane 4 of 9. This is Mark Drone. On the baseline drive, a wild reverse layup from Emu's off the mark, and that's going out of bounds. Being a dentist after graduating from Southern, his initial intention was to play for the late, great Ben Jobe, the Hall of Famer, but Ben Jobe ended up retiring before Terrence got to school at Southern, so his path has taken him on a few different journeys, but he has become a very good head coach. Yes. He and Quantus White actually longtime friends, in fact, lifelong friends, and those two will be squaring off in the Sun Belt after Quantus White got that job at UL following a long time under Kelvin Sampson in Houston. Curtis Williams Jr., meanwhile, leans inside. The shot clock was running down. He wanted a foul.
This is great defense from Texas State. They were in all the gaps. Tulane wasn't moving too much, and they were all in all the gaps.
Drone inside, a rare miss inside for Hall. And rebound Ringgold and a foul. And Tyler Ringgold is continuing what he did the other night when he had 10 points, a career-high 2 3-pointers made, and a career-high 3 blocks. He is already all over the floor. 5 points, 3 boards, and 2 assists. And this is a guy, again, I mean, we've talked about the tragic passing of Greg Glenn over the summer, Noble, and obviously something that this program is still dealing with, but they had to shuffle guys around. Ringgold maybe had the biggest move in position. He's been great so far.
Man, I really like Ringgold's game. He just brings a lot of the energy and a lot of, just kind of the toughness to the team that I can see right now. And it kind of, it feeds off to him. He's making the right plays and he's making the right passes.
A skip to the corner for Woods, who goes into the body of the recently checked in Robert Fields. Couldn't finish. On the run, Texas State's rebounds and 4 assists. He led Plano East. How about this, Noble? He led them to a state championship as a junior. They went 40-0. That's a pretty good record.
Man.
It's one thing to win a state title and have a good year. 40-0 is something else. It was one of the winningest seasons in Texas high school basketball history. There's a takeaway by Gums, coast to coast for 2.
There again.
He can fly. We saw that in display.
There again, another transition bucket right there. That's going on 10 fast break points.
3 Tulane turnovers have already turned into 6 Texas State points. Ringgold made a 3 earlier, way off that time, didn't graze the iron. And Emu's got the rebound. Texas State a 5 of 11 start from the floor. They've only attempted 1 3-pointer so far. Hall inside with the left hand, he flips it up and in. This is a talented young man. You can see the ability to finish with both hands early.
Everything is just seeming easy to them right now. They're playing comfortable, they're playing lax, they're playing at ease. Just everything seems to be coming easy to them right now.
Brumbaugh trying to get himself going, and a foul.
Player, really just brings the team together, fills in when you need to. He had a lot of timely buckets in the opener, a couple days ago. And Percy Daniels, just another big body in the paint that really brings the energy, brings the toughness, and he's going to be in there. He's going to bang with the big guys, just like that right now.
Unable to grab that offensive rebound. That was a good box out from Robert Fields, another true freshman from Baltimore. They're playing a lot of young guys on this Texas State roster, a lot of newcomers as well. That 3-pointer on the way from Dint Purnell is over the Greg Glenn, passing over the summer. Matt Papa, an instrumental piece of so many of those great teams in the 90s. I know, Noble, for you playing here, Coach Hunter made you well aware of the history of this program and those tournament teams under Perry Clark in the 90s and the tradition that there was.
Yes, I mean, really just, the history that they're trying to get back to here at Tulane is, it's a good program and, just a lot of roots and, getting to that tournament has always been Coach Hunter's main thing, and I know he's still trying to get back there, and they have a poised team to really do that.
Last NCAA tournament berth was in 1995, 30 years ago. Can they change that this season? Right now, they got to find a way to stop Texas State.
Losing themselves on this game with the pace, transition buckets, and just beating that defense before it gets set.
Inbounds pass to Rowan. He is out there with Lee. along with Bolden. The screen set here by Tay Knox. And also on the court, Purnell. A Texas State team shooting 44% in the early going. 3 of those buckets are from 3, but they turn it over for the 3rd time. And it goes back to Tulane offensively. So how did the Green Wave get going now on the offensive end of the floor, Noble? 5 of 18 from the floor and 1 of 8 from 3.
I think they need a lot more movement. Corners are standing around a lot. I think a lot more backside movement, just at least to keep the defense on their toes, because a lot of people are sitting in gaps, just focusing ball hawking. So a lot more movement, and again, getting to the paint too is big.
Moore got in the paint, but his shot was altered in a big way by Knox, and Texas State's defense has been in lockdown mode early. Outside it goes, Drone for 3, cash it in again. They are 4 for 5 from distance, Drone's first points, and Texas State has built a 13-point lead in the first half in Uptown.
Texas State is just in a groove, man.
Hunter, of course, 6 years at Georgia State, 3 NCAA tournaments, the last 2 of which came against Terrence Johnson at Texas State. They did beat them in the Sun Belt tournament both times, so those two very well acquainted with one another and a lot of mutual respect. A jumper in the lane here for Mark Drone is down, and right now Texas State is cooking. Drone has 5, and they're on an 8-0 run and a 17-2 extended run. Ringgold for Woods. Those two with Middleton, Moore, and Brumbaugh. Tulane just trying to find someone who can put the ball in the basket. Their scoring drought nears 4 minutes. Ringgold does. That's a good way to stop the drought, get to the hole, and get 2.
That was a timely bucket by Ringgold, and that's what they need to do. Go to the paint, get fouled, get layups, get easy buckets to try to cut into this lead. Trying to shoot yourself out of it isn't really going to be the best option. You got to get to the paint to try to at least open the floor for you to get those easy looks, and that was a great job by Ringgold doing that.
It's really been on this end of the floor, though, where the struggling's been of late. Can they slow down Texas State? That's a good way to do it. Ringgold getting down and dirty. So he gets the bucket, then he gets the steal. That ball's poked out of bounds. They're going to say last time.
Looks they won. That's kind of been a big thing for them to, playing so comfortable right now.
Oh, improvement on that last possession, getting a deflection, but couldn't corral the loose ball. On the drive, it's Gums around the horn and Knox, and he finishes with the left. Texas State up by 15 points, shooting 52% in this first half and 4 of 5 from 3. Knox is a transfer from Western Illinois. Spent 2 years there after a year at Chipola Junior College in Florida. One of 7 transfers on this team. We're approaching 6 to go in the first half. Tulane still just 13 points. Middleton passing on an open 3. Shot clock at 5. Middleton in the lane, turns, fires, left it short. And the rebound to Jalen Lee. Gums skips it. Bolden. Outside it goes. Right back to Bolden. He'll uncork a 3. Well off the mark, and Knox grabs an offensive rebound. A reset for Texas State. In the middle of that matchup, and affecting
on Tulane, where they're, you see the guys that are playing hard. They're coming. They're bringing the fight to them. So really, Texas State has been having, just infinite amount of energy right now.
They go inside. Mekhi Willis for 2 more. Texas State is getting whatever they want right now in the paint. Now 16 paint points. And Willis has his first field goal as Brumbaugh drives and draws a blocking
for him.
Brumbaugh, a quiet opener scoring-wise by his standards after averaging more than 17 points per game in conference play a year ago. He was 7th in the league in scoring overall at 15.5, but he did a lot of other things. We talked about his improved defense, tied a career high with 5 steals. He had 2 blocks. A guy who's been asked to be more of a vocal leader, as is Asher Woods, right? You lose that voice of Greg Glenn. Somebody has to step up, and Coach Ron Hunter's hoping that Brumbaugh and Woods can be that.
Yeah, he's been saying in practice, nobody's above, the standard, and those guys are buying in, and they're big team players. They want everybody to, get caught up to speed as a Tulane way. And obviously they've done that in the opener, and they're trying to get that back going now.
Oh, how about Hall?
They just want it more right now.
You saw him give a little look back at Middleton as if to say you're too small without giving the gesture. He's got 11 points already. He had 9 against Texas A&M San Antonio on Wednesday. He had 4 in their opener against Bowling Green. So he's nearly surpassed his total for the first 2. Woods is well off. It is very, very rare that you see Asher Woods airball a 3. And Tulane is just out of sorts right now offensively. 6 for 22 from the field, 1 for 9 from distance.
Yeah, Texas State is just imposing their will on this game right now, playing with confidence, playing with poise. It seems like the game's just going slow for them and so fast for Tulane right now.
They have jumped out of the gates like a rocket ship. It's Bolden falling away from the free throw line and missed it. Offensive rebound again for DJ Hall. Goes up against Davion Bradford and missed it. Willis there for the loose change. 2 more for Texas State, and their lead is 20. As we roll towards 4 to play in this first half, they have now grabbed 3 offensive rebounds that have led to 4 second chance points. And they are dominating the paint, 18-10. Williams' pass for Bradford, knocked around in the foul.
They're trying to, get it all back with one shot, but really you got to win the media. So you got to break it down to 4-minute spurts and try to, beat those teams out on those media parts because, chipping it away to 15-10. That's really what Tulane's gonna have to do to try to, get themselves back in this game.
Now KJ Green bottoms a 3. That was much needed in the first field goal for Tulane in more than 3 minutes.
Paint touches are big. Paint touches are going to be big for Tulane to get themselves back in this game.
Now KJ Green a season ago took 7 threes, made 2 of them. He missed his only 2 threes on Monday. He makes his first here today. Texas State still shooting the lights out in this first half, get whenever they want offensively. Wide open Bolden, passes on a 3, drives inside with the left, a wild shot that looked like a pass. Bradford a block, Willis got it back and scores. He's been a man amongst boys inside of the paint, finding the loose change. He's got 6.
Jack, the main thing that's been standing out to me is what Coach Johnson said, that every game is an audition for them. And it seems like these guys are fighting for Texas State, fighting for minutes right now, and trying to show themselves that they're ready to be out there on the floor. Giving them any easy looks in the paint to really, make Texas State take some tough shots. They're shooting 50% from the field.
Looking for a 4th straight 2-0 start. And his team has been dominant at home in the non-conference under his watch. They have got 19-3 at home in non-conference since the start of the 2022 campaign. So it is rare they lose a game early in November like this. And they're trying to dig out of a big hole right now down 19. Moore to the basket for 2. There's the spark he talked about that sophomore Josiah Moore can provide.
Josiah Moore with another timely bucket. He's been the guy that's, weathered the storm and cut a lot of scoring droughts. So hopefully that he can pull up big for Tulane coming up.
He averaged nearly 11 points per game at Oral Roberts a year ago playing in the Summit League. He had 15 games in double figures, scored 20 or more twice. Emu. Cut off by Daniels. Outside they pitch it. It's Gums backtracking with 5. Around the horn to Emu with 3 with 2. Does he see it? He does. Launches a 3. Another offensive rebound. That time Hall brought it down where Tulane could rip it. Moore comes out of it. A tie-up. And possession is going to keep it on this end with Texas State with more tussle.
Games, that's nothing new for them.
Now Terrence Johnson jumped out of the gates hot as Texas State's head coach. He won back-to-back Sun Belt regular season crowns in his first couple seasons. He was officially named permanent head coach March of 2021 following a Sun Belt regular season crown in his first year at the helm. That one's blocked away in a big way by Daniels. Saved on the baseline by Williams to Brumbaugh. What a defensive sequence.
Big block by Percy Daniels right there. Much needed.
They needed something to get them going. More for Daniels. Can they capitalize now on the offensive end? Brumbaugh driving on Bolden, takes contact and a foul. A year ago, he was one of the best free throw shooters in America. 82% nearly. He only took 2 free throws on Monday against Samford. Last year, he averaged about 5 free throw attempts a game. So typically when Tulane's at their best, he's attacking downhill. He makes both there. Green Wave a 4-4 at the line, and they're within 15, and now a little bit of token pressure full court.
Yes.
What does this do for a defense?
Right now, this is really just to run some time off the clock. There you go.
Well, there's his turnover. Daniels took it away. Brumbaugh's on the run. A sidestep in the lane, another foul.
Getting easy buckets, layups, free throws. That's what they're going to need going forward. They're probably going to throw that token pressure back on, just, run that shot clock down more.
Brumbaugh has scored all 5 of his points now at the free throw line, where the Green Wave are perfect in the early going. They only took 12 free throws against Samford on Monday. Now, part of that was they went 11 of 21 from 3. Tonight, or I should say this afternoon so far, they're only 2 of 10 from 3. So they've had to score points in other ways. It has been a struggle offensively, but they're starting to creep back in at the free throw line and with their defense. Some more full court pressure, 13-point game after Texas State led by 20. It's a 6-0 Green Wave run.
Yeah, that pressure's not really to get steals. It's just try to run that shot clock down to like where it's at 17, 18 before they really actually get into their offense and make them get in the late shot clock offense, quicker.
Inside 70 seconds to play in this first half. The Texas State is for the most part dominated. You can see his background, native of Tallahassee, a couple seasons at Fairfield in Connecticut before going over to ULM. He played against Texas State and Terrence Johnson for a couple of years. In 4 career games against them, he went 0-4, but he scored 10.5 points and had 6.5 rebounds. So Terrence Johnson said, hey, we'll take him on our team. And it's paid off in the early going. Brumbaugh backtracking on a bounce against Willis and a foul again. Actually, you know what? They called it on Purnell, and that's his third. So that's a big call on Purnell, who came in as their third leading scorer through 2 games. Another front end for Brumbaugh's down. So all 7 of his points at the free throw line. Session of the half.
I know he's going to try to get in the paint. I mean, obviously a paint touch for sure. Take some time off, but get in the paint and either get a bucket, get a foul, or be able to kick out if the defense collapses.
On the drive, this is Emu. Outside for Bolden. Shot clock at 5. Emu with 3 with 2. They've got to put one up. Willis didn't get it off. And a shot clock violation. And that is that matchup defense. So 13 and a half to go. Ringgold will be the trigger man. Brumbaugh leads Tulane with 8 points, all from the free throw line. He's not made a field goal. But he's going to have the ball in his hands as they run the clock down. Shot clock turned off. Inside 10 to go in the first half. Brumbaugh downhill to the lane. His floater is short. Ball knocked around, taken by Bolden. He's got time to hoist it up from half court. And that is Caden Gums. So Tulane begins with it to start off the second half. Again, they've never beaten Texas State. 0-2 all time. First matchup between these two since 2016. Ringgold knifes down the lane, puts it up and off, and draws a foul. And a really talented recruit coming out of Southern Lab for 3 years, and then Legacy Early College in South Carolina, the Baton Rouge native. But when you don't play at a power conference program, it's almost like you're starting over and recalibrating a little bit. And he has found his footing in his second year in New Orleans. 10 for 10 now for Tulane at the line. And that has kept them in this game. Dangerous pass from Gums. Backdoor cut, too much. Knocked around. Willis got it back on the baseline. Put it up and in. Oh, Mekhi Willis is putting Tulane bodies in a weight room right now.
That was just all grit right there. Staying with it. Not giving up on the play. He went up on 3 or 4 guys right there.
He's already in double figures with 10. At 3, ball is down for Asher Woods. He did not score in the first half. He knocks down his first triple of the second.
That's big for Asher Woods. He needs to see one go through, and that's big for him. Big for him and big for Tulane. Just get something going from outside too.
They closed last season with 6 consecutive games in double figures, and he had a career-high 24 in their opener against Samford. So can he start getting rolling? Into the lane, drive and kick. Emu for a slashing marked Rowan. He works it back outside for Gums. On the way, a 3 is true. And that is Emu knocking down his second triple of the night.
Texas State just not forcing anything. They're waiting for the right shots. They're waiting for their time, and they're not scared to run that shot clock down a little bit to get to that right shot.
Texas State now 5 for 8 from distance. Tulane 3 of 11. Ringgold's cut off in the mid-post. Finds Woods. Trying to work the baseline against Hall, who slid the feet well. Ringgold a 3. That's off the mark, and they like him shooting threes. I'm not sure that's the shot they necessarily want. A contested one late in the clock.
Yeah, 5 out is the offense, but we want to see some type of slash and some type of cutting. Get those paint touches, and I know they're working for one, but you need that.
Drone had time to check the seams, but he missed on a triple, and Tulane got away with one there. Brumbaugh head-to-head pass to Middleton, trying to get himself going for 3. He does! So Middleton cashes in on his first three-pointer today, and the Green Wave are within 10.
It's a big one. Here's a little bit.
More of that token pressure. Right back they come with Willis. Well, they're starting to beat that pressure, and that's a problem. Willis just keeps getting loose. He's now got 12 points.
Yeah. If Tulane's going to put on that token pressure, they're going to have to make sure to get back to their home, their home defense.
Now Willis, and in comes Jalen Lee. So Texas State goes a little bit smaller, leading by 12 early second half. There's a 13-point lead at halftime. Woods into the lane, kicks out for Middleton. Catch and shoot, triple, bullseye! Scotty Middleton, who had 2 first-half points, already has 6 here in about a minute in the second half.
Those are big shots. That's what paint touches do. They collapse the defense and give you open shots outside for kicks, floaters, drives, get to the free throw line. So paint touches are huge.
Green Wave made 2 threes in the first half, already 3 here in the second. They're back within single digits. And a stoppage. And we'll try to get you an update on Emu if we can. Emu entered as their second leading scorer. Purnell came in as their third leading scorer through 2 games. Drone, skip pass, Purnell on a baseline drive, knocked away by Ringgold, and then Ringgold stripped it away. On the run, Tulane. With a 3, they can make it a 2-possession game. Ringgold inside for 2 and a foul. He has back-to-back games in double figures to start off the season after he totaled a grand total of 4 of them a year ago. It's a 6-point game, closest Tulane has been since very early in the first half. Lee up top, Drone, fires up a triple. Rebound, Asher Woods. A 3-pointer here in the Green Wave within a single possession. Middleton's made 2 second-half threes already.
This is a possession not to get drawn into the crowd, but get a good one.
Ringgold down the lane, blocked away by Jalen Lee. What a rejection that is from the 6'6" redshirt junior guard. He climbed the ladder in a big way. On the move, and a block on Gums, a big-time rejection. Here comes Williams, back to Woods. Thought about firing a 3, and now it's Ringgold's. That was a big-time block.
2 huge rejections back-to-back, bringing this pace up for this game.
A dangerous pass by Middleton, deflected to Brumbaugh, out to Woods, fly by 3, no. Rebound tipped through the hands of Drone and corralled by Willis. Helter-skelter pace to this one, and a foul.
Like they've been doing now, and hopefully, or trying to, take the lead for them.
So they were down by 20. Late first half as the inbounds pass. Get him back sooner than later, but again, one of 7 sets of twins on the same roster in college basketball this season, and there are 3 other sets of twins playing in D1 on different teams as well.
Texas State throwing a little bit of that token pressure too, just to get that shot clock down, get them into that late clock offense. Middleton
again, not that time. And 1 and done for Tulane. They have still only grabbed 2 offensive rebounds to 6 for Texas State. Although Texas State is seeking its first second-half offensive rebound so far. So better job of boxing out so far for Tulane. Purnell around the horn for Gums. Those 2 along with Rowan. Working inside, Knox is out there as well. It goes back out to Purnell, who drops in a 3 right in front of his bench. Purnell came in 4 for 9 from 3 on the season. He's now 5 for 11, and Texas State back up 11.
Man, they're shooting 50+% from the field or from the 3. I mean, that's a tough way to lose that game, shooting like that.
Moore, drive and kick, Brumbaugh for 3 and a foul. That's Zion Moore as well to get it out there. And Brumbaugh, who is now in double figures for the 32nd consecutive game, is 9 for 9 at the free throw line. Remember, he ended last year with 30 consecutive double-figure scoring games. He's got 2 in the first 2 of this season. And Tulane's going to need a whole lot more of that if they want to pull off a win against a very pesky Texas State team here today. 51-44, more full court pressure shown. And now they back off a little bit as Drone brings it across. Preseason all second team Sun Belt selection. Texas State was picked to finish 8th of 14 in the Sun Belt this year. Brumbaugh, a knockaway, a near steal. Drone got it back. DJ Hall, and now Drone, 2-man game. Outside it goes, 3 on the way, and through for Jalen Lee. His second triple today. Texas State 7 for 12. They're unconscious beyond the arc.
Yeah, a lot of those threes they've been making have been open shots, wide open.
Woods had his shot altered at the rim by Knox, taken back by Ringgold. His shot blocked by Hall, and it stays with Tulane. This Texas State team, which last year was top 80 nationally in blocks, they were 3rd in the Sun Belt. They have come up with some big rejections today. Tulane actually has blocked 7 shots. Woods look at you figure brief breather as KJ Green, who gave them some great first half minutes, checks in. Brumbaugh off a screen. Outside Ringolds. Passes on that triple after making one early. Josiah Moore. Knifes down the lane, pivots through, put it up, and it's swatted into the stands. They will put 1 second on the shot clock. That's where the ball hit out of bounds. So this has to be either a lob or a catch and shoot directly. They do loft it in. Ringgold tipped it, taken away by Jalen Lee. And Texas State's on the run. But Lee turned it over into his own bench. That is the first second half turnover on Texas State. They've been pretty clean for the most part today. Another look at the mishandle. Well, they turned it over 18 times at Bowling Green in their opener. They then turned it over 13 times against Texas A&M San Antonio on Wednesday. Brumbaugh and now Moore. He works the dribble in the lane, puts it up and good. For Texas State, they've led by double digits pretty much the whole way since about midway through the first half. Largest lead has been 20. Drone in the mid-post for Hall. He feeds to Lee, who drops in the jumper. Found that sweet spot in the matchup and pays it off.
They've been finding that same opening in that middle high post area, getting that, that quote-unquote paint touch, and it's been giving them easy buckets all game long.
Lee's had a great game off the bench. 8 points on 3 of 3 shooting. Brumbaugh, another 3. You betcha. So Brumbaugh, who
CP is a big guy playing advantage basketball. Bringing somebody else to come over is playing 2-on-1 basketball, and that's what, you can win every day like that. That's what Tulane is trying not to do.
When you say Coach CP, you refer to Claude Pardue.
Coach Claude Pardue.
We know you got all the lingo down. Just checking. Ringgold to be on the baseline drive and flush. Oh, a big-time stuff from Ringgold, who rocks the rim with the right hand.
That was a huge drive right there, man. He just saw the opening, he took it, he took off.
It felt like Tulane needed some kind of emotion to get into their system. That might do it. Needed something to kickstart them.
He's been their energy guy, and he's the one that's trying to make it infectious for the rest of the guys on the team, and he's doing it.
14 points for Ringgold is 2 shy of tying a career high. Drone at drive and kick. Jalen Lee's perfect from the floor, no more. Rebound tipped around to Ringgold. And Tulane with life. Down 7 with the ball. Brumbaugh accelerating along the baseline, reversed it up and off and drew a foul.
Outside the paint, jumped with 2 guys. I mean, that's all the coaches want you to do is go up with that.
Rowan Brumbaugh now 10 for 10 at the free throw line and 16 points. His career high in free throws made is 11. His career high in free throws attempted is 12. And the Green Wave remained perfect at the line. Neither team has missed a free throw. How about 21 for 21 free throw shooting combined in this game? More importantly for Tulane, they are back within 2 possessions at 56-51. They trailed earlier by 20. Inside Willis lost the ball. KJ Green on the run with the head up. He'll slow down for reinforcements. They can get back within a possession with a bucket here. Ringolds thought about 3. Green to Daniels. It's Brumbaugh giving space for 3. Bucket.
It's a big shot by Brumbaugh right there.
It's a 10-0 2. 10-0 Tulane run. Does Texas State have a response? Their scoring drought has now surpassed 2 minutes. Rowan, inside it goes to Purnell. Backtracking on Brumbaugh. On a baseline drive, stolen again by Green. That's his 2nd steal and as many trips for Texas State down the floor. Tulane can tie or take its first lead since it was 4-2 with a 3-pointer. Green knifes inside, floats it up, around, and off. That hit every inch of the iron. Texas State on the move. Nearly another turnover. Emu backed it out.
But still being able to play against that defense, that's the one thing that Texas State, not saying they didn't want to play against that, but being able to beat that defense before it gets set up is a big reason why they were scoring so much. And now that they haven't been getting on the field, that's how they've been doing this.
KJ Green draws a foul. I'll tell you what, his downhill aggression has turned this game in a big way. Both he and Brumbaugh attacking this Texas State Bobcats role this season. He has provided a boost off the bench today. 7 points, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A couple steals, a couple of buckets, a three-pointer, and we are tied at 56. First time tied since it was 4-4. In the mid-range, that jumper's off the mark here. He averaged right around 7 points per game as a freshman at UMBC. Didn't play last year due to injury, but they like him a lot. They think he'll be a key piece. Makes a couple of freebies there. 58-56 in what's turned into a nip-and-tuck affair in Uptown. Green for Ringgold. 14 for Ringgold, 20 for Brumbaugh's a game high and team high. Shot clock at 4 for JoJo Moore. Horizon is up, missed from the mid-range. And Hall pulls in his 5th rebound. Purnell dashing down the lane. His lefty floater's too strong. Offensive rebound for Hall. Had it go out of bounds off.
Been talking a lot. Tyler's been talking a lot. It's just been, kind of that energy that's going to help them.
Another jumper put in by Frank Ibu. So he's in double figures now with 10. He scored in double figures 9 times as a freshman at UMBC, second time in 3 games this year with Texas State. Lead back to 4 for the Bobcats. Green off the Daniels screen. Ringgold given space in the corner. He wants to back down on the smaller Emu. Had his shot rejected, stolen away by Texas. First things first, though, looking like we're set up for a good one here. 4-point Texas State lead, 7:49 left in a game Texas State led by 20 in the first half, and they led by 13 at halftime. Jack Benjamin, former Tulane forward, Noble Days, is our great crew with you. Inside 8 to go, Green Wave seeking a 4th straight 2-0 start. Texas State looking for its first road win of the season. Again, their last 2 seasons on the road, 9-22 and 4-9 in the non-conference. Purnell, shot fake floater, around off. Daniels has the rebound. And Tulane trying to get back within a possession. Brumbaugh's got a game high 20. He accelerates, he puts it up and in, counted and one. Another.
Taking it upon himself to do that now.
He went 0 for 4 from the floor in the first half. He has made all 4 of his shots from the field in the second half, where he's put in 15 of his game high 23. 1-point Texas State lead, approaching 7 to go. Texas State has turned it over 5 times against this harassing Tulane defense. They'll get a piece. Texas State already has 9 team fouls, so Tulane's going to be in the double bonus rest of this game. A 1-point game, inside 7 to play. Fields looking to kick, finds Hall. He's had a great game and it continues. He's got 13 points on 5 for 7 from the field.
Soft touch right there. I mean, Texas State has just been abusing that open high post area, and it's really, it's been paying off to them. That's how they, got this lead in the first half. Open up.
KJ Green going in for 2.
KJ Green's been their spark plug, and he's with a quick answer back for Tulane, just trying to, try to negate any of the strides that Texas State is trying to put some space back in this lead for him. It's big for Tulane.
Hall, by the way, those were his first 2 points in the second half after he scored 11 in the first. And he has matched his output from the first 2 games where he scored 13 total. Here he is up top. High-low feed to Fields. And a foul on Percy Daniels and Robert Fields. He misses a free throw there, though. And the Texas State lead is 2.
Hey, Jason Tatum is a big Kobe guy, so I don't think he would be mad at it.
No, he is. We hope he gets back sooner than later for that torn Achilles. Back to door pass for Ringgold, looking for Middleton. Right idea, but just the wrong execution. And Percy Daniels is going to check back in, and he will replace Ringgold's.
It was a good look, trying to get to the paint, trying to, make it an easy one. Just a little bit too much behind that pass, but it's a good look, though.
Remember, Ringgold has been limited a little bit by foul trouble as well, so trying to get his rhythm back. Some full court token pressure again from Tulane. As Gums brings it across the timeline. 2-point Texas State lead. Inside 6 to play. This matchup flying around right now defensively for Tulane. Hall in the lane, pushes it up. She knows a thing or two about playing Tulane in the American. SMU, of course, now in the ACC, as Hall gets one of two. He has a new career high. Well, he extends his career high. He's got 14 points after totaling 13 in his first two games. 64-61 Texas State. KJ Green, drop off to Brumbaugh, put it up. So Brumbaugh back to the free throw line. 23 points, including now 16 in the second half, where he's 13 for 13 at the line in the game. Brumbaugh, a career high in makes and attempts from the stripe. And both free throws are in. Tulane remains perfect as a team, 18 for 18. Brumbaugh 13 for 13 for the stripe. 64-63. We tick down towards 5 to play in Uptown New Orleans. And what has been a sensational early season matchup between Texas State and Tulane. Gums off the screen from Hall. It's Drone knifing inside, finds Hall, misses on the jumper. Moore flies in, Middleton saves. And Tulane trying to regain the lead.
That was a big stop for Tulane. Staying home, staying in that middle, and stopping that high post action.
They have not led since it was 4-2. Brumbaugh, bad pass and turnover. Here comes Gums, racing up court. Daniels contested and Gums finished it. High off the glass for two. That's impressive for Gums. That
was a great layup by Gums right there, putting it high off the glass. I mean, Daniels couldn't go get that. It's just a great fast break for him.
Gums is tied a career high now with 4 steals. He's got 9 points. Again.
I can see a little bit of the similarities right there, just kind of with that demeanor and kind of, just the stick-to-itness that he has.
How about 21 for 21 at the line for Tulane tonight? 3 ball on the way, off the mark from Emu. Rebound Daniels. He collects his 3rd board. Again, Tulane trying to grab a lead.
It's a big miss by Texas State. The way they've been shooting today. Tulane is lucky that that one didn't go down for them.
Middleton has a couple of second half threes. Passes up for Ringholz. Who can push Tulane back in front for the first time since early in the first half? Shot clock at 5. Brumbaugh drives. Drop off to Moore for the lead. What a feed from Brumbaugh. Moore the finish and the first lead since it was 4-2.
It's a great way of not being patient and not forcing something, and then, JoJo just being, there on the cut, ready for, just ready for anything.
Tulane has come back from 20 down to lead by 1 late. And that does Texas State have a counter. Gums, thrown, knocked away by Brumbaugh. Down in games to fight back the way you did. I mean, what does it take to pull off a comeback like this?
Just every possession, you have to cherish the ball every possession, because turnovers and getting takeaways is big at the end of the games.
Hall's off on a 3. That rebound is off the hand of Drone, and it is going to Tulane. Now the officials are going to talk it over. Now, if you can in the men's game, because you can't advance the ball late in the game.
Yep.
Nonetheless, Tulane ball leading by 1. They are in unfamiliar territory here. Again, leading for the first time since about 2 minutes in when it was 4-2.
Yep.
KJ Green for Ringgold. Those two with Middleton, Brumbaugh, and Moore. It's Brumbaugh firing up a 3 and connects again. Rowan Brumbaugh's got a new career high with 28 and 18 of them in the second half.
He's feeling it, man. He could just tell by the way he spotted up. He took the shot. I was like, yeah, that feels like that's going in. You just felt confident with that one.
Make it actually 20 in the second half for Brumbaugh. He did not make a shot in the first half. He was 0 for 4. He's made all 5 field goals in the second half. Gums on a baseline driving kick for Emu. Sidestep on a mid-range, missed it, got his own rebound. Texas State will reset, trying to stop a 7-0 run, and they do. A big corner 3 from Mark Drone. 8 points for him in his second triple to keep Texas State alive.
It's a huge shot by Drone. He's been a little quiet, but he's coming in the clutch when the team needs him, down late, trying to get his team back, and that's a big shot.
KJ Green, meanwhile, spins as he gets a breather. Tulane goes a little bigger, and they are still perfect at the line, 23 for 23.
That's huge. So they needed all of those free throws getting back in this game.
This lead for Tulane at 3 is their largest of the game. That's how close it's been. Emu missed it. Hall on the offensive glass, puts it up, no. Volleyball around and controlled by Middleton. snatches his fourth rebound. We're inside 90 seconds. And Tulane wants to attack if they can, knowing they're in the double bonus. Brumbaugh bumped again. It's just not smart.
Shots unless they're in late shot clock situation, because they're in a double bonus and they should drive and attack and not settle. Just take this game out.
Brumbaugh gets the roll. 29, extending upon his career high. He is now 16 for 16 at the free throw line. The most makes without a miss in Tulane school history is in a game where they have led for a grand total of just north of 4 minutes. Ron Hunter's group has hung in there until making their run late here in the second half in New Orleans. Drone kicks it out. Inside they work it to Willis. He misses. Ringgold the rebound. It's his 7th. And Tulane can just slow things down and run some clock. You don't need to foul yet if you're Texas State, but it's a must-stop sequence here. Brumbaugh to Moore. No need to hurry if you're Tulane.
Yeah, Tulane's gonna have to take this down. You know, take it down to the end of the shot clock and try to go get a layup or a foul.
Brumbaugh with 30, out to Ringgold. Shot clock at 5 at 4. Brumbaugh with 3 with 2. Hoists a 3, and he's fouled. 30 points. Make it 31. It is the most of his career now by a half dozen. Previous high had been 25 last year against Rice. He has 11 career 20-point games. He makes that second free throw.
Just Mr. Consistent right now. You know, doing everything he's needed, stepping up, playing that team leader role that he's been put into.
He has been absolutely sensational. And he gets all 3. How about 33 points? 25 of them in the second half, and 18 for 18, making 19 for 19 at the line, a new school record. Drone drives and scores with 19.7. Daniels inbounds to Brumbaugh. They want to get the ball out of his hands. They find Middleton, who brings it into the front court, and he's fouled with 13.8 in a 6-point game. Now, Middleton keeps him perfect.
Hey, he's
this
not
is
bad
remarkable.
At
30 for 30 at the free throw line. Drone's pass to Emu. Outside it goes. Gums a 3. Around and out. Rebound Daniels. They won't foul him. Tulane can dribble it out. And the Green Wave have a huge comeback win to get the 2-0 for a 4th consecutive season.